My name is Laraaji. I compose music and perform my music, and I direct laughter workshops.
My name is Christina Wheeler. I am a vocalist, composer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, electronic musician, producer, and I make music that spans a range of electroacoustic to analog to digital electronic sound. I play multiple instruments. I mix them all together, sometimes playing solo, sometimes playing with other people, and tonight I'm being joined by longtime colleagues of mine to make new music together.
I'm a priest, most notably from the Anti-Pop Consortium. I'm a sample-based and synthesizer-based composer and producer as well. And for tonight's collaboration, I'm thankful to have all the great people, that we're working with.
Tonight I'm going to open with 4 songs that I wrote, and maybe at the end, if we come back and do some encore stuff, I might do a song or 2 then. I compose music. A lot of it has to do with structured improvisations. Tonight will be more of an open-end improvisation, but we've worked together before, so we know each other's sounds, and while I improvise, I consider that for myself spontaneous composition, because I do think structurally when I improvise. I'm thinking about the beginning and the middle and the end, kind of simultaneously, which can be a bit of a challenge to do, but I like to deal with a bit of organization and forms, and even free form has its part in the structure and organization.
I compose tunings for the auto harp, and I get familiar with, decide what effects are going to be available. So I kind of compose my palette from which I'll bring forth an improvisational interaction with the other musicians.
Being that I'm dealing primarily with samples and vinyl-based samples at that, texture that I'm looking to add is just that, crackly compositional voice, but the piece that we're dealing with tonight, like Christina and Laraaji was saying, it's more an instance where how the pieces fit together is improvised, but the pieces themselves are composed.
Well, Laraaji and I first worked together. We had a mutual friend who invited us both to play together at a music event he was doing in a warehouse in Brooklyn, in Williamsburg, back when there were abandoned warehouses where people did parties. And that was the first time that we came together. And then we played together again with Vernon on different occasions. So we were neighbors in the city and would keep coming across each other and stayed in touch with each other. And then I moved and started splitting my time between Berlin and Los Angeles, and we still stayed in touch. And this past winter, Vernon and Laraaji and I convened to play together, and it turned out so nicely that when the opportunity to present this birthday concert came along, I thought I'd like to do an evening of new music with longtime friends. And so immediately I thought of Laraaji and thought this would be a wonderful opportunity for us to play together. It was similar to Priest. We've also known each other since we were both part of the 90s electronic music scene here in New York that had a very specific local color and flavor, and we had never had a chance to do the kind of work that we wanted to create together. My moving away made for a little bit of distance, but we kept trying at it, and then finally this concert came around, and this gave us a chance to finally present our work together. There's something about the personal knowing of another person's breath, their pulse when they play. That's something quite innate, and when you get to do that with someone you've known for a long time, it's really, it's special. You can bring your practice, they can bring their practice, and you can come together and make a new expression, but one that's rooted in a stability of knowing each other's work for some time.
One of the things that I'm glad to see, with this specific presentation is the fact that it's not genre specific in that way. That kind of harkens back to the point that we all met, because at that time there was a great overlap of different disciplines and genres. It created a kind of organic fusion or synthesis, kind of informed everybody's process separately and respectively. So it's great to see the, divergent paths that everyone took from that point and then now come back together for something like this.
When I do music, I translate myself from a dense, physical, carbon-based body into a weightless, gravity-free being. And through music, I can talk a language that wouldn't make sense if I put it in words. Yeah. So it frees me up to reach for impossible scenarios and possible realities and play with them, suggest them, or caress them through sound.
I think a life without music is a life without color. you wouldn't have the vitality, the aliveness without that experience. And like Laraaji was saying, music translates those inexpressible things and moves us in those profoundly physical, vibrational ways that transcend space, time, connect us in ways that our singular bodies don't necessarily give us a chance to in our physical experience.
The only other thing I could add really is just the fact that, you know, music is always happening anyway, so it's the type of thing where, you know, express the currencies that move through you.
Thank you from the bottom of my heart for watching Roulette TV.